Hello guys, Joseph is here. Please excuse me for my English. Yesterday I spoke to my friend from England. He's a 37 years old guy living in London. We've been friends for 10 plus years now. And I remember in the past 5 6 years he's been asking me about, you know, Hungary. How is the life in Hungary? You know, what are the cost of buying property? Can you get a loan, etc. He was always being very curious about. And then back in that time, I asked him like, why you want to know? Would you like to move? And he said, yeah. Just he says wherever out of the UK. And it's very sad because I went to the UK in 2011, and English people in general, with a few exceptions, were very welcoming and helpful. And I felt, I did not feel like home, but it was close to being home. And I have a lot of respect for the people there. You can say whatever you want about English people. They are a little bit self-centric or arrogant, whatever. But they give me a chance to start a new life when it was, after 2008 crash, it was really difficult in Hungary. So they give me a chance to work there, to live there, to have a new life. And I always owe them because of that. I went there respecting the traditions, the culture, and respecting the English people first of all, because you don't go there and then, you're not supposed to go there and then with the mentality or attitude that okay, I just go there and make some money and then I go home. I don't give a shit about the people who actually give me that chance. And unfortunately now, as you all know, immigration is out of control pretty much. I'm not sure about, like, I did not really follow what the Brexit was all about, but I thought it was about regaining control of your borders. And then since Brexit happened, people like me from the European Union, they either went home, many of them, or they cannot come to the UK. But instead of people from Europe, you get people from elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? And that would be alright if there was some sort of system there, like some sort of filtering. But the way I see it has gotten worse since Brexit. France, I don't know what they're doing. I'm not an expert on this field, but you guys are paying them to, not to allow people to board those ships or boats and then come to your shores. But for some reason, the numbers are increasing, and the government is just, it's unbelievable. Now look at Viktor Orban in Hungary. He's not perfect. He's a corrupt piece of shit, but at least he got some policies right. protecting your borders. Well, he built all those fences around the border back in was it 2015-16 when the German Chancellor welcomed everybody to Europe. But those migrants, they were not gonna stay in Hungary anyway. They were just try to get in and then pass through and then go to, you know, to the north, Germany, Scandinavian country, England, um, and so like Orban Victor, at least can somewhat manage who's coming in and who's getting visas. And now he brought in a lot of Christian Filipinos. We got as the economy got a little bit better in Hungary. He's picking, cherry picking who can come in, and he chooses to bring in Mongolians and Christians from Philippines. So that, whatever. But in the UK, your sweet talking, smart talking politicians are all sold, just like in the US. They are bought and paid, pocketed. I don't know by who, and I have theories, but I don't want to get into it. It is just frustrating. It is frustrating what they do. They spit on your face, literally. They give housing for everyone, but not you. In fact, they take the housing away from you to provide for someone else. I don't know if you are fine with that, but um, and we know who's flooding the country. It's not always the one in need. Like how many Christians are being prosecuted in Syria today? How many of those people were brought into the UK or into the EU in order to help them? None, I would say. That's immigration is out of control. Politicians are just mindless. They are like these androids, from the Alien series, that they just say whatever they program to say. Don't listen to the people of England or of the UK. No respect, and that's now we're talking about why people from the UK want to leave. And I'm just talking about my personal experience that my friend and other friends wanting to leave, and talking to them and also living there and experience. I mean, the NHS, the healthcare system is ridiculously, it's completely overwhelmed. um, yeah, it is overwhelmed. It's a small country, and I don't know, over 30 million people live there. And when unfortunately my wife had miscarriage, and then the GP said that if you have a long history of miscarriage, 3 times, literally they said 3 times, then you are eligible for IVF. And and then we decided, we were very hopeless. But thanks God, ever since we have a boy already without IVF. They said, you have to apply for this, and then you're gonna get it for free. Well, that's all good, but when we we tried to apply, they said the waiting time is at least 1 year, but more realistically, it would be longer than that. So that was out of option. Um, the prices, rent, or just in general property prices. I mean, not just to buy a house, but you can't even put down a 10% payment or whatever they require to buy a house. Like the cheapest property in London is somewhere around 300, 400,000 pound. I saved up money. I bought a house, bought two flats here in East Island, and renovated one in Hungary. It's in just 10 years of saving. Try to save up money by working and buy a house in the UK. And in London, I'm hearing it, but I haven't been there for a while now. But I'm hearing it that even a studio flat or a one-bedroom flat is nearing around 1400, 1500 a month. Okay, that is another thing, but nah, yeah. So another thing we talk about is safety. The police, no disrespect, I served as a military police in the past. No disrespect to those guys because I guess their hands are incompetent, you know, can't do anything, won't protect you, and kids are running around with knives. My motorbike in London was stolen 3 times. 3 times. It was recovered though. Um, Twice I had to get into a fight for my motorbike, and once the police found it, and then they taken it to a collection point. They did not tell me they have it, so they were charging me for keeping the vehicle, the motorbike, in that garage without me knowing. I had to call them, and then luckily I figured it out very early that where it was, so I did not have to pay much. But come on, man! I mean, can you not give me a call or something? Am I not registered? Whatever, whatever. At least they found it, so God bless them. That I'm not complaining. But it was stolen 3 times in 4 years, and my colleague, I did a part-time job with Uber Eats and Deliveroo. My Brazilian colleague was attacked. Many of them were attacked multiple times by kids wearing a mask. You know, 10 kids attack one guy who's sitting on a NMAX that costs £3,500. I'm just thinking, like, for what? Like, 10 of you take down the guy, take the bike, you sell it for scrap, £1,000, and then everybody gets £100, and for that you are swinging metal rods. They were literally trying to kill him, and for £100, it's insane. I don't feel safe there at all. In Hungary, we have this, gypsies situation. Um, they, well, we have, if anyone who denies that is lying, but we have a problem with them, with crime, gypsy crimes, but there's nowhere even close to what I experienced in the UK. So back to my friend. Spoke to him, and I told him that there are villages. He was interested in homesteads in Hungary. I came from a small town with kind of like a homestead, like a small house with a big backyard, a big garden. And when I was young, we lived not completely self-sufficient, of course, but in a hybrid system. We made a lot of food, and that, I ever since I missed that. And he was always asking me about, is it still allowed to do that or not. I said to him, I said, plenty of eco farms um, eco communities, like what they call homestead communities, that people are literally are trading their resources. Not 100% self-sufficient again, but they have a large number, and not just in Hungary. They already expanded even to the United States. If you are interested, I can give you names in the comment section, if that's what you desire. I'm gonna make a separate video about living in Hungary, pros and cons. But he keeps asking me, and anyway I told him to go have a look. I give him the address. I give him, my father is at home, not in a good condition, but he can show him around if he want to go and visit him. But he said he doesn't want to go without me, and I'm in Thailand. Maybe next year I go home, and then I will let him know. He can even live in my house if he want to stay there for a while, and then you know just look around. And yeah, I feel that pain, the people of England. I have a lot of respect for what they done to me, and I don't like to see my brothers going down like this. Like every year, it's just getting worse and worse. It sucks wanting to escape your own country. It sucks. I personally, I love Hungary. I'm even thinking I wanted to live there as much as I want to live in Thailand, but because my wife is from here and my boy was born here, it's a little bit complicated. Yeah. And for all of you who are thinking about moving out, and you think like, oh, it would be nice to go to Thailand, but Thailand is very far away. You're gonna have not any friends, language barriers, but you know, do I suggest you do a research in Central and Eastern Europe or Southern Europe, talking about places like Hungary, maybe Romania, Croatia. You know, those countries are either no, they are not cheap, but when you go there, you still feel like you are, at least you are in Europe. And yeah, I mean, I will describe it to you in another video, but I would, if you're planning to move, if you are fed up with what's happening in your home country with your asshole politicians lying to you every day, when you are fed up with being like a secondary citizen in your own country, please go and visit. I know it's more difficult now to travel. You're gonna need, I think you're gonna need a Schengen visa. Maybe not for a short time. Maybe you can enter EU countries. I'm not sure. And but I suggest you go and have a look around Central and Eastern Europe first, and maybe you will fall in love with it. You also have a higher chance of getting a job there than here in Thailand. Yeah. If you would like to get any information about Hungary or Thailand, just message me in the comment section and I will answer you. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you for watching. Take care.